So I'm making this video kind of late at night. It's currently 12:45 a.m. and I meant to do this earlier in the day, but I just had a busy day, so I'm gonna do it now. And it's something I've been seeing pop up all over YouTube, and I don't necessarily agree with the possibility of this happening without some type of sacrifice that would need to be made. What I'm talking about is that there is a lot of talk on YouTube that Nintendo could potentially be dropping Game Boy or Game Boy Color games or even Game Boy Advance games to their online service. And I've heard a few different reasons why this could be happening. You know, a lot of things are being leaked on the internet. There was even like a leak of a new Mario Kart coming out. Don't know how true that is, despite our only Mario Kart game being a Wii U port. So if we do get a new Mario Kart, cool, I guess. I don't know what more you can do other than new tracks and maybe a couple new items, but the main thing I want to focus on is these rumors for Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. I even heard a rumor of a GameCube games coming out to the online service, and I want to talk about why I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. One of the things that they bring up is that Nintendo wants to be able to get this online service to as many of their Nintendo Switch owners because they want the owners to feel like they're getting the most value for their money for the service. Now, I personally think that if Nintendo decides to add these services, these different game releases, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, etc., if they add them to the service, I feel like they might end up increasing the price of the online service. I don't remember if it was increased at some point throughout the lifestyle or if it was another service from another company that increased. I know Xbox tried to increase it, but then the fans raged on the internet and they stopped the increase. But if you think about it, the Nintendo online service is not horrible as people say it is. And I have played numerous games online, with multiple players, and it's been great experiences, whether it was Mario Kart, Smash Bros, I play Resident Evil online sometimes, I would play Fortnite sometimes. Fortnite is a different story, we'll talk about that, some other time, but for the most part, it's been fine. Now, there are a couple of games out there, such as Mario Maker 2, that's been horrible with online service. Oh, even Monster Hunter Rise. I play multiplayer on that quite often to do those online quests, and it's been successful overall, And I think it may come down to certain games not being able to communicate with the service, like Mario Maker 2. I don't know how Mario Maker 2 is right now with online. I have yet to try it. I've just seen videos from when it was released and how bad it was, and I've heard stories from other people I know. So if you think about it, or if you actually, test it out yourself, the online service is fine. I play Mortal Kombat online sometimes on my Switch, and it seems fine. So I don't think there is necessarily a major problem with the online service, with the exception of, you need an app to do the voice chat. Some games are very tricky on how to invite players and how to play with people together. I do think they need to make some changes in terms of, engaging with your community online. Messaging your friends, because you can't message your friends. You can't voice chat unless you have the app. Even in the Switch OLED trailer, the guy's playing Splatoon, and you can see on his side is his phone. He's voice chatting on the app. So based on that trailer, we may not see these kind of changes put in the online for Nintendo. But I think that it is kind of worth the price right now because you're only paying about $20 a year for the online service for Switch. If you want to do a monthly, it's like, I don't know, $5 or less, roughly, something like that. 3 months, I believe, is about $7.99 to $8.09. It's already the cheapest option for online gaming, and you do have the Nintendo Online, the Super Nintendo, and a couple of games like Tetris 99, Pac-Man 99. You look at the PlayStation Plus collection and PlayStation Plus, it's about $60 for the year. And you do have some games now with the Plus collection, but they haven't made any additions to it since its release. I think the Plus collection is okay, but I don't really play PlayStation Online that much. I hardly play PlayStation as it is. So for $60 for a year, you are getting a better experience because you can party chat, you can message your friends and stuff like that. You can watch your friends play a game live. You know, there's more things you can do, and of course, you do have those major AAA titles on, you know, the Plus collection. You look at Xbox when they had Gold and Game Pass, two different subscriptions that they finally bundled together, which is great. I think Game Pass is great because you have so many more games available to download. Whereas the PlayStation Plus, it's now downloadable with the collection. Before that, it was PlayStation Now, where it was streaming the game only. So Game Pass already had the win because you could download the games and play them on your console without internet, you know, after you download it. But the problem with Game Pass is when you want to go for a yearly subscription, you're paying $119.99, so over $120 after taxes. And that's because you get the Game Pass and the online service bundled together. So when you look at the price differences already, yes, the more you pay, the more features you have available. But with Nintendo, you do have a much cheaper cost overall. And that's why I think if they do add these other services, Game Boy Advance games, GameCube games, they're gonna charge more for the online subscription. Now, if they charge $5 more for the yearly, making it $25, still cheaper than the other two. I'll pay the $25, no problem. But the other thing you want to consider is, you know, let's say, for example, they continue the trend of Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, and then Wii U. It's not gonna happen. Number one, a new console for Nintendo comes out roughly after 5 or 6 years or so, maybe 7. So the OLED could potentially be the final Switch console. I think it is the final Switch console before the next generation of Nintendo consoles come out. So we're not gonna see GameCube, Wii U games on this online service. You also got to consider the number of Wii U games and now Wii games that have been ported over to the Switch. You know, Mario Kart was a Wii U game, Bayonetta 2 was a Wii U game, Skyward Sword was Wii, Donkey Kong was Wii U, No More Heroes 1 and 2, Wii games, they got ported over. So you have this whole trend of, if it's not going to be an online service game, it's going to be ported over to Switch with the full price of $60. I think of all those games, the only one that was really worth the money was Bayonetta 2 because you get the first game included if you bought it brand new. Mario Kart, of course, because you know everyone loves Mario Kart, they're gonna play Mario Kart, you know. So I don't think they're gonna add these old services to the new to the online service. I think if they make a next gen Nintendo console like the Switch 2 or whatever they want to call the next one, maybe they'll even move away from the whole concept of switching, you know, handheld and dock mode. I hope they don't, because I love my Switch. I love having the option of handheld or docked or tabletop. But we don't know. They could actually change it. They could change the format completely. But I want to say that potentially a new Switch, new generation of Nintendo actually could be releasing by 2023, maybe 2022. You know, probably 2023 more likely, probably. And if not, great. I like to be proven wrong so we can have more time with the Switch. But I just don't think these games are coming to the online service, these different options. So many people are talking about it, like RGT85 has been talking about it. A couple of other YouTubers I've seen talk about it. I think Nintendo Prime has also talked about it. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna happen. I would like to see Game Boy Advance games on the Switch. You know, I want to see some of those Castlevania games, those Metroid games. You know, there's a lot of games I want to see come out, but it's probably not gonna happen. And then people are talking about Pokemon games probably releasing on the Switch. They already put those games on the 3DS digital store. If you have a 3DS or one of those, you know, 3DS families, 2DS XL, 2DS, etc., you can play Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal on those already. So I don't think we're gonna get these games. I definitely don't think GameCube games are happening. I would like to see that happen, you know. I don't know what exactly was on GameCube that I wanted to play, except for Mario Sunshine, which is already on a, you know, Mario Collection game. Luigi's Mansion 1 was re-released on 3DS, so I think Nintendo, they're smart. They want to keep things the way they are because they know it's working for the most part. I don't agree with the OLED model because I don't believe that's not our Pro model that we wanted or that we were expecting, but it is our Switch Pro. So that's the one thing I don't agree with. Granted, I still have one pre-ordered so I can unbox it for you guys here. But Nintendo is winning in the online department only in terms of cost because it's so much cheaper. Other than that, I believe that Xbox does have the better online market, even though it is expensive. Because of the option of games you can download, because of the online options you have. Even when I play with my friends, I'm learning about new things that they're showing me on this online thing. You can even like the whole idea of sharing your screenshots and your videos to your friends on Xbox. It's much more doable and much more accessible as compared to Sony's option for doing that. At least on the PS4. I don't know how it is on PS5 because I don't have one. But Nintendo doesn't have those options. You can't communicate with your friends. You can't message them. You can't send them photos and videos. You can't party chat with them unless you have the phone app. So Nintendo would want to keep the price down, and that's probably what they're going to do. Because as I've heard from a friend numerous times, Nintendo is a lazy company. They're lazy. They clearly are. They don't want to put in the effort to make certain things as great as it could be. Zelda remakes could be a lot better than they are. Pokemon could be a much better experience than what they are right now. I've seen some videos comparing Pokemon games to Monster Hunter Stories 2, and the comparison really boils down to we finally have an amazing, heavily detailed Pokemon game, except it's not Pokemon, it's Monster Hunter. So like I said, the company can be seen as lazy. And I know some people are going to disagree. Charles, I'm talking to you. People might disagree, but it's just how it was told to me by a friend. I do kind of see some points to agree with that. But nonetheless, that's just my opinion. I don't think we're going to see these services. But that's my video for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, a good Labor Day weekend. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. That was weird.